Hi guys, it's Samantha. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review on Clinique's Stay Matte oil-free makeup. It's just a liquid foundation. And the reason why I chose this is because before I was using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light and I was shade number 2 or 3, I believe. And it was really good. I liked the coverage and it made me stay matte all day. However, they had increased the price and I thought it got a little bit expensive, and so I was looking around, and since Clinique's like a sister brand to Estee Lauder, I decided that I would try it. And it comes in the exact same packaging. It's just a tube, like a squeezy tube. And yeah, so first of all, I have really oily skin, also acne prone, so I tend to be oily all over. In the summer I tend to be oily even on the cheeks, but then in winter I'm more combination. So this foundation claims to be a sheer coverage, and it says the benefits are oil free, and then Clinique's website says that it's tested for streaking and fading at 88 degrees Fahrenheit at a constant 80% humidity. And it's at the same time, the formula absorbs shine, it controls oil, and it resists sweat. So you're supposed to stay matte all day. Now, when they say stay matte all day, I'm going to guess it's like an 8 to 12 hour wear. Right now it is 2:46, and I'm going to try to see if it does stay matte all day. However, I also decided to pair it with my Stay Matte Sheer Pressed Powder Oil Free, and this is translucent powder. I usually use this for my other foundations that aren't supposed to stay matte, but I decided that since it's kind of like the same line, it would be a good way to test if both of their products work. So on my whole face I put the foundation, and then on half of my face, this side, I put the Stay Matte Sheer Pressed Powder over the foundation, and then I just did my makeup like usual. I didn't use any concealer, I didn't use a primer. All I did was cleanse my face, then moisture, then tone, then moisturize. And right off the bat, I can tell you it does make me very matte. I almost don't see any difference when I have just the foundation on or the foundation with the powder. I can't say that I would consider it a sheer coverage. For example, if I use something like Bourjois' Healthy Mix Foundation, it's supposed to be more like a radiant finish. I would say that this is light to medium coverage, but I definitely say that this is medium coverage, and then you can build it up to a heavier coverage. I definitely wouldn't say that it's sheer though. But so besides that, I feel like it's very lightweight and it's very comfortable, and I can wear it all day. So I'll be running around doing some errands. Right now in Hong Kong, it is 27.5 degrees Celsius and 85% humidity. So then we'll see how it turns out. I'll check in at the half-hour mark, and then I'll check in at the end of the day. And I am planning to wear this for a good 8 hours, so we'll see how it goes. For the rest of the makeup on my eyes and lips and cheeks, I'll put the products in the description box down below. thanks. I'll check back in about 4 hours. Hi guys. So I'm checking in. I'm about to go wash my face and get ready for bed, so here's the final product. Unfortunately, I couldn't check in at like the half point mark, but right now it is 10:22 and I think this is probably the oiliest my face is gonna get, if not oilier, so I'll just get right into my final thoughts. So I don't think that this foundation is going to replace my Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. As I had mentioned, this part of my face I didn't use any powder, and this part I covered it with the Stay Matte Sheer Pressed Powder. Now, I didn't touch up, blot any oils, or do anything, touch my face throughout the entire 8 hours that I wore this. My face is extremely oily around the T-zone, and it's oily on the cheeks. Now, I find that my face is a lot oilier on the side where I don't have the powder, and not as oily with the powder, although it is still pretty oily with the powder. Now, I'd say that my face didn't start showing oiliness until the halfway mark, so it does stay like a good 4 to 5 hours staying matte, and then I mean the oil just kind of like builds up, as like obviously because your face produces more oil throughout the day. Without a primer, the foundation didn't kind of wear off or anything. It's not like it was sliding down my face and I can't see me wearing it. I can't see that I'm wearing any more makeup right now. It's still, I'd say that the coverage is still there. It still looks exactly the same coverage how I applied the foundation. Nothing's moved. My blush is still in the right place. Everything's still there, except it's just oilier, especially around the T-zone. So when I wear this, I'd say I'd probably pack blotting papers, because I wouldn't want to like keep caking on the powder. So I think blotting papers would be important to keep throughout the day. And yeah, I think overall it's a great foundation. I mean, once you blot the oil away, it looks exactly the same. You don't need to touch it up or anything. And so if I didn't already know about the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light, and if the price difference was a little bit larger, I would stick with the Clinique. However, the Double Wear Light really does stay matte throughout the day a lot better than this. I can wear the Double Wear Light throughout the entire 8 hours and I will not see as much shine. Like, I probably wouldn't see my cheeks being shiny, probably just the T-zone. Yeah, so my final thoughts, I'd probably, out of all the foundations I've tried, I'd probably give this a 8 out of 10. I really like it. I really like the packaging. I really like the way it goes on. It doesn't dry very fast. I can work with it. It's a very good coverage with like not a lot of product, and it doesn't break me out, and it's very easy to take off. So that's it. See you next time. Bye.